interesting coming all the way from the US to take the TESOL course here in Izmir. I think it helped me a lot in terms of cultural immersion with life here in Turkey. Plus, I think it has a lot to do with teaching as well, because teaching English to the speakers of other languages involves cultural immersion. And I think in terms of that, it worked both ways for me, because I learned how to culturally immerse and as well as teach English. So yeah, I think it worked.
So I feel relieved, and also I feel really happy because I believe that it was a successful one, my last lesson. And yes, with hindsight, when I just check my previous teachings, yes, I can absolutely see a great improvement in my teaching. Yes, I'm an experienced teacher for a very long time, but with this course, I had an awareness and I had an opportunity to observe myself, to discover the weaknesses and the strengths of myself. So yes, absolutely, there's a huge difference with my first lesson here and the last lesson. That was, I think the objective was met. It was a good one.
I have had many sleepless nights. I have had many, tiring experiences, but I think it worth the effort, because I have learned so many things that it was amazing. I learned how to communicate with people in a better way. I learned how to communicate with students and also with my colleagues, with my trainers. So it was an amazing experience. It worked.
Kursumdaki deneyimim gayet güzeldi. Öğretmenlerden çok memnun kaldım. Bazen günde 3 öğretmen geliyordu ve aktiviteler çok eğlenceliydi.
Kurs çok eğlenceliydi. İlk defa bir İngilizce kursunu bu kadar anlayarak ve öğrenerek bitirdim. Hocalar çok iyiydi. Bence herkes bu deneyimi yaşaması gerekiyor.
Izmir, because I was looking for something, for a city that's not too big, not too small for me, to take the course here, because this was my first time in Turkey and I was afraid that it would be hard for me if it was a big city. So I picked Izmir, and as far as qualifications and requirements of this program, that's what really attracted me. So I applied, I got in, and Izmir is a beautiful city. I'm glad I made that choice. It worked well for me.
When I began my teaching career, I always thought about how to convey my knowledge of literature to the students in a better way. So that was always in my mind. When I began taking this course, I thought that that's the course I needed, because this course provided me all the needs of communication that I needed to have in order to convey my knowledge of literature and ideas, communication. So that course provided me lots of insights into the workings of communication and learning.
I would like to say that this course had a lot of made a lot of improvements on me, but not just in terms of learning or teaching, but dealing with stress or maybe being part of a group member. So I learned a lot in many cases, I learned a lot. So thanks to the observations and our trainers, we had a great opportunity to observe ourselves and to learn the details of teaching, and we had a chance to enrich our teaching and flourish our way of giving exercises. Thanks to all.
I think I would prefer having no experience when I began this course, because I had to, when I began the course, I had to correct some of my mistakes, some of my communicational mistakes related to my previous experience of teaching. So I would prefer not to have any experience at all in teaching, but I have had 2 years of experience in teaching, but when I look back, I'm proud of myself, because I know that I did some good things in relation with how to give my students enough space, enough time, and enough opportunities to learn. So I think I would prefer having no experience, but at the same time, I mean, I'm proud of myself, proud of what I did in the past.
Çok eğlenceliydi, çok güldük, çok eğlendik. Bütün aktiviteler hep böyle eğlenceli bir şekilde geçiyordu zaten. Derslerimiz harikaydı. Hiçbir gün bile gelmemezlik yapmadım çünkü çok eğlendim. Hocalarımız da gayet mükemmel performanslara sahiplerdi. Çok memnun kaldım kurstan.
Daha önce aldığım birçok İngilizce eğitimden çok farklıydı. Çünkü burada bir sınıf ortamından daha çok bir arkadaş ortamında gibi İngilizce dersleri aldık ve öğrendik. Bunu gerçekten başarabildiğimiz için öncelikle öğretmenlerimize çok teşekkür ediyorum.
First of all, I would like to start off with the fact that we have a friendly environment here. We're learning, we're laughing, we're dancing, all those things at once. As far as the TESOL program goes, it's combined with practice and theory. We listen first, we have lectures on how to do, what to do, and after that we go and teach. In terms of that, I think it's very beneficial, but at the same time, you don't feel like you're in a learning environment. It's more of a family where you learn, you show what you learned, and you reflect on it.
I knew some of the things that we learned in this course, but not in that deep sense. What I gained from this course is to have a deeper insight into education, into learning, and into teaching. So I think my experience, me being experienced with 2 years, I mean, it was easier for me to grasp some concepts, but I also learned new things. So as with my colleagues, it was slightly easier for me, but not that easy because I can definitely say I was challenged.
It is interesting for me because this was my first kind of get together with Turkish people. I have a Turkish background myself, but like I said, this was my real hands-on experience with Turkish people. It was interesting. I learned a lot about the culture itself while teaching because teaching English to speakers of other languages, for me here in Turkey, it's intervening to the culture as well. It's learning the culture, it's teaching them about my culture. So it's been interesting experience.
If they are willing to take responsibility, a huge amount of responsibility, and if they are willing to sacrifice their time, willing to sacrifice their effort, both physical effort and mental effort, I would definitely recommend the course because it's challenging. This course is challenging, but it's also a very rewarding experience.
They should think about it because nothing is going to be the same after this course. They will have an awareness on what they are doing, even if they are an experienced teacher or not. They will have an idea of what they are doing in the classes. So they should think about it. But also they should get ready for challenging activities.
It's a different experience, and I can guarantee you that you will benefit from it. Not only you will get to know the culture, you are in the culture, and it will benefit you also as a teacher. You will be teaching English to people that are coming from other cultures. So this helps you to learn about other people and teach them. This will be something you will be doing in US, but this gives you hands-on experience. Apart from great culture, great people, the place is beautiful. So yeah, I would say take advantage of it and come to Turkey to take TESOL.